Yo, and welcome back again to a bootleg brand radio show, man. And we are back at it again, man. Hey, you already know the drill, man. Hey, you got your host TJ, man. Hey, you can follow me on Instagram at TJ the Official, Facebook at TJ Sutton. Hey, and I got that homie Jay Rice. Hey, Jay Rice, let the people know where they can follow you at, man.
Yeah, boy, you can find me on the one and only Instagram at jrice__. Gotta make sure you got them underscores in there. Then you can find me on Facebook at Joshua J. Rice Whitfield, TikTok JW. You know, just look for your boy. And of course, you can always find me anywhere at any time at a bootleg brand on all those social media links. So be sure to tap in with your boys. What we got tonight, TJ?
Hey, so I know before the show got started, man, you was telling me about the national anthem.
Listen.
So you said it was like at a baseball game, right?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was just a regular baseball game or if it was like, because it might be too soon for the All-Star game. I'm not sure. But it was at a baseball game. It was a national anthem. And surprisingly enough, a 4-time Grammy-nominated artist. So this ain't just somebody up the street, you know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
She documented, you know what I'm saying? She got accolades. Ingrid Andress, I think that's how you say her last name, but I know Ingrid. So she popped out and she showed us what it sounds like when you show up to a place intoxicated. We're going to play a little snippet for you.
Yeah, go ahead, play that snippet. She used a little auto-tune on that thing, then.
She need to find it. Oh, my Lord. Yeah, we ain't gonna hurt your ears no more, man. Listen, it didn't get no better. Trust me. And, you know, situation like this, I feel bad because you are embarrassing yourself, not in front of just your family. This is millions of people watching you, dog. And then it's being reused and re-talked about every day, constantly on social media now. Like, Fergie probably sent somewhere happy as I don't know what, because she has been replaced. Ingrid. Oh, my God. Well, it turned out she came out the next day, I think, and went to social media and said that she showed up intoxicated. Which is, you know, I mean, you wouldn't do that on a regular job. And you got to sing the national anthem. I mean, feel how you want to feel about it, but it's probably the most popular song of all time because of what it represents.
Yeah.
You're singing the national anthem and you show up intoxicated. You not ready. If anything, you should have just told them, look, my throat gone, man. Like, y'all going to have to find somebody else. I'm gonna have to do this next week or something. Like, she won't thinking clearly at all. And what kind of team she got to send her out there like that? Like, that's horrible. But she said that she checking herself into rehab because, I mean, at this point, that's bottom. You know how they say rock bottom? That's bottom. Like, it really don't get no worse than that. She would have been better off doing that at the Grammys.
Yeah, for real stuff.
You know what I'm saying? So. But yeah, that was a bad situation. I hope she get the help she need. I mean, but she made herself famous for real because I ain't know who she was until this very moment. And now, unfortunately, this is my introduction to Ingrid. So I hope she get the help she need. You know, that's a very popular thing for celebrities to check themselves into rehab when something going down. But I feel like after hearing that, she probably really needed it. Like, I want to know what's going on with homegirl to be going out bad like that, you know. But that's that world, man. You just never know what people going through, and unfortunately, their problems is being, you know, put out there in front of the world to see, you know, and talk about. So I hope she get the help she need, but one thing you better not ever do ever again is show up intoxicated and think you about to sing the national anthem. I'll let this be a lesson to anybody. this ain't the way. Okay, so that's what I got on that situation, man. Did you have any thoughts? Because that was your first time hearing it.
Yeah, I heard it, man. Yeah, it sounded bad.
It was horrendous.
It sounded like they threw a little auto tune on it.
So they were trying to save it at the last second.
I just feel like she might be using the being intoxicated as an excuse why she kind of messed up the national anthem like that.
Mm-hmm.
But you gotta think about it though, man. When you perform the national anthem, man, like it can kind of be nerve wracking because
true.
most of the time you perform in front of a whole lot of people, especially at a baseball stadium. Probably I ain't gonna say probably millions of people or probably thousands of people.
Yeah, it's enough.
So just imagine doing the national anthem at the Super Bowl and messing up.
Child, please. I probably they had to find me in another country somewhere.
Yeah,
Is that
so,
it? Nope. I ain't. Nope.
Yeah.
That ain't. I changed my look and everything.
Yeah, so just like, man, with the national anthem, man, it's just like you said, when you do that, that's like going to work, clocking in. If she was intoxicated like she say she was, like you're not going to your job intoxicated like you said. So, hey.
It was a bad day at the office for sure.
It sounded bad, and I thought they had an auto-tune. That's how bad it sounded. Yeah, so, I mean, that's my opinion and take on that. Yeah. You say it's Ingrid?
Yeah, Ingrid Address.
Ingrid's national anthem. That's my take on it.
And, yeah, that was... But like all things, hopefully she have a great comeback because she gonna need it after that. Good God Almighty.
Yeah, but anyway, in other news, man, and I just recently just seen this topic. Actually, just scrolling through YouTube before we started the show. So Skip Bayless is leaving FS1.
Listen, Skip.
I mean,
Skip.
What you think about that, Jay Rice? Him leaving FS1.
That was a shocker for me because I thought he got everything he wanted at this point. You know what I'm saying? Shannon gone. Ain't no more Skip. Listen, Skip, ain't no more of that. You got what you wanted. You went out there and got what's my boy from Dallas Cowboys? Michael Irvin. You got Michael Irvin, you know. He got Keyshawn Johnson.
Keyshawn Johnson too. He played with the Cowboys too.
Yeah, him too. Richard Sherman. He got all them, and then they ended up being switched around. I think Paul Pierce started becoming a regular. So yeah, I thought he had everything he wanted. So he got Lil Wayne doing the opener. You know what I'm saying? Good morning. You know what I'm saying? Like, Skip the BS. Like, what's going on, Skip? This was your show. How you gonna leave?
Yeah, I mean, really don't know the backstory behind it.
We not sure.
Is he leaving? Is he forced to leave the network? Did something happen? You just know when it comes to stuff like that, they're not really always gonna tell, the true backstory behind it. 'Cause just like with the Shannon Sharp situation, right? It was kind of the same way, like, Shannon Sharp leaving, but in actuality, it was like, correct me if I'm wrong, Skip got rid of Shannon Sharp, right?
He sure doggone did.
So it's almost like he kind of got fired. I mean, they haven't mentioned anything about him being fired, but, I mean, who knows, it'll come out.
Yeah, just like the Shannon thing. Like,
yeah. And then it's like kind of one of them things, man, he probably seen how Shannon Sharp left the show, and he got Nightcap with Keyshawn Johnson.
Boom.
You
mean Chad Johnson?
Yeah, not Keyshawn Johnson, but
too many doggone Johnsons.
Too many Johnsons. But
Chad.
with Ocho Cinco, and then he got Club Shay Shay, and Club Shay Shay broke the internet with the Cat Williams interview.
You got to tell him.
And Skip Bayless also, he has made couple, I guess, throwing shots like it's easy to do podcasts or he should do a podcast. I mean, he probably seen the doors that kind of Shannon Sharp open as far as like ex players doing the podcast thing, because I mean, don't get me wrong, before Shannon Sharp was doing Club Shay Shay, I mean, you had other sports former sport players doing podcasts, but hey, that Cat Williams interview really like set him,
Shay Shay took it to the next level. And the good thing about that is he also had that going on before he even got dropped. from the Undisputed Show.
Yeah.
So it was just good that he had other eggs in baskets and stuff. But it was just like you said, that particular one, now it's like, it's kind of like what the Breakfast Club was for people. Like, man, you got to go to Club Shay Shay to promote or to get your story out there because everybody going to be tuning in. But I, for one, will say I've watched, because going back to what about the whole podcast is easy thing, I've watched Skip Bayless talk alone because he has a podcast too. And I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, Skip, this ain't your job, brother. Skip by himself, it's like watching paint dry. I am not trying to listen to that man talk for 60 minutes, 30 minutes, 10 minutes by himself. Because you think about what Skip Bayless does on a regular. He dog LeBron. He tell us how great Tom Brady is. He always got these irrational thoughts and takes, and it's like, you need that other person's point of view when it comes to Skip Bayless. He is just not the type of person that you can just keep listening to. So the fact that he thinks he's the whole show, I'm like, this, your best years are behind you. I'm sorry. Skip Bayless is old news. Like, he's just like these politicians. Like, it's time to move on. But the only thing that was saving him was that other point of view, the Shannon Sharps.
Yep.
Even the Michael Irvins. It was like, that was, it was fun to see them debate. So if he's taking away that element of the debate and he thinks he can just do it by himself, man, you better go home and just enjoy your glory days. Cause me personally, I feel like he's leaving FS1 because of the views. I don't think anybody's watching it anymore.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's probably the type of person, I'm gonna leave before you make me leave.
Yeah.
Because I feel like he's got that type of ego.
Yeah.
Where he's not just gonna let you tell him it's his time. He's gonna make that decision. But I mean, what you expect from a Dallas Cowboy fan? You know what I'm saying? That's just how they move.
Yeah, but just like with Shannon Sharp was the reason why I started looking at FS1.
The only reason.
Like,
I mean, because I love Skip when he was with Stephen A. Because that was hilarious. He used to ask, he was like, "Are you on crack?" Like, it used to be some heated moments on that show.
Well, I think the moment that really I kind of knew that Shannon Sharp wasn't going to be on FS1 or, Shannon and Skip, whatever the show was called at the time. When they got in the debate about Tom Brady, where he just pretty much said Tom Brady wasn't playing good.
Yeah.
And they got into it, and Skip pretty much said, "Put your glasses back on your face. Pick your glasses up and put them back on your face." I kind of knew right then, man. I was like, yeah. And it was low-key, like, kind of disrespectful, man.
Crossed the line.
Like, it crossed the line, right? Like, and, you could tell Shannon was trying to be a professional, which he did a good job at it.
Shout out to him.
You know what I'm saying? Trying to be a professional on camera, and he just kind of took it.
Yeah.
Pretty much you can kind of compare that kind of to like a Chris Rock slap.
In so many words, absolutely.
Like
he was trying to sun him.
Yeah. What at the end of the day, it worked out for Shannon Sharp. See what he doing now with Club Shay Shay. He doing his thing. But I mean, it's been some people critiquing that because it's like I done seen people say like, he doesn't ask people the right questions during interviews.
They dogging him on that.
He doesn't have, like, I guess when it comes to interviewing skills, I guess.
Which I can understand. Because he is an ex-player. Like, his first gig was not journalism. And that's something that I can commend Skip Bayless on. That was all he was. So,
and Stephen A. Smith, people like that.
Not Stephen A. I'm Skip. Yeah, it was Stephen A. So, it's like, you got to commend them on their job. Like, that's what they do. But to have that person with the experience, of a player, and not just experience, but like elite level status, you know what I'm saying? You can't scoff at that. So I think moving into that realm of journalism is not as easy because it's almost like somebody handed you a script and say, go be like Denzel Washington. But you ain't never took no type of classes. you ain't all you know is what they told you 30 seconds ago. It's kind of like that. It's like, yeah, you can read it, but are you gonna be able to deliver like a Denzel Washington? You know, so I feel like that's the same thing with Shannon. It's like when it comes to that intro, I ain't never heard nobody give an intro like Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, he does hype the guest up. Yeah,
but when it comes, it's like I think he just his mind is so stuck on those cue cards. Like, okay, I gotta ask this, but he don't know how to bounce off of certain things and how to segue into certain things to where it flows and where you start asking, because it's just like, why would you jump to this when we was talking about this? You know, you could have really went into this, but it's easier said than done, especially when you on a certain time limit too.
Yeah.
You know, he probably thinking like, oh, well, I can't stay on this topic but for so long because we got to get through these questions in like 40 minutes or an hour, however long the interview be. So, but I feel like he definitely should go out there and get some. And who's to say he hasn't? I mean, some people, because they'll tell him he's stupid and dumb in a second. When them people be critiquing him, they be like, he's just not smart. But who's to say he hasn't taken the time to learn different things, you know? But maybe he just, I don't know, you know. But I think for what it's worth, he, like you said, it's working out for him. It ain't stopped nobody from coming to the show. Yeah. So he must be doing something right.
And that goes back to what you said earlier, where people think doing shows or podcasting is easy.
Exactly.
You know, it's easier said than done. I mean, let's just go back. But I mean, I think he does a great job, because I have seen some interviews that Shannon Sharp did where he actually turned into an actual therapist on the show.
Yeah.
Like I seen that when with the 21 Savage interview with 21 Savage, he was just going in about his dad.
Yeah.
And like, you know, Shannon just pretty went therapist mode, and you know, he did a good job on the interview to me.
Yeah, I was talking to him like my grandma used to talk to me. Listen, boy, listen. I'm gonna tell you something about, if you get on the horse, you're gonna have to learn how to ride it. That's all and I feel like that's another reason why people relate to Shannon Sharp, because he can go into those moments where, like you said, he can be a therapist, he can speak from experience, he can take you through a journey that he knows about because he lived it, you know. So I think it gets to a point where when you get so popular, people got to find something to say, you know, because now, before, it wasn't really about how he interviewed, but ever since the Cat Williams thing and the Monique, you know, even the Amanda Seals, it's just like, we got to find something to say about you, because it's almost like how it was with Michael Jordan when he was playing. They couldn't find nothing on your boy. They had to find something. Oh, he liked to gamble. You know, and it's like, that's not illegal. Like, y'all, like, he killing children or something, or doing drugs, you know. So I just feel like when you at the top, they got to try to find something to critique. And I feel like there are worse things that could be said. So if you just think I don't know how to do an interview, so be it. Don't watch. You know, I got 44 other million people that don't mind how I interview. But with that being said, that don't mean you shouldn't still do the training and the reps and what you need to better yourself in that field, since that's what you're focusing on. Don't ever get complacent and think, oh, I can't get no better, you know, because then when you fall, you ain't got nothing else to, you know, to lean back on. You know, which is what he had when the stuff with Skip happened. He had something else to fall back on. So,
yeah. But just like with this, with us talking about, you know, the Shannon Sharp and the Skip Bayless thing, I mean, I could really go on this all night. I really could.
Go in. Talk to the people.
I mean, it's other stuff where we ain't going to do it on this segment, but it's another segment I want to talk about. We're going to talk about, you know, about all the ex-basketball players or former or current basketball players doing podcasts. Cause just like, what is it, Paul George and Kevin Garnett,
Gilbert
Arenas and all them. Hey, I got a segment I want to do on them too, because I know I do podcasts and we do podcasts and we on a radio show, we on a radio network and all this stuff, but man, I don't feel like every ex-athlete or rapper or should do a podcast. And I'm gonna talk about that. You know,
it's just like you was finished, right?
Yeah, I was finished. Yeah,
it's just like every athlete don't need to be doing commentary.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying, or you know, putting on the suit, going on, talking, taking these takes. It's like, because I remember First Take had somebody up there that used to play basketball. He was a light-skinned dude. I can't remember his name for nothing. But, man, he had some of the worst skills in that field I ever heard in my life. And I'm going to tell you another one that I personally don't care for, Kendrick Perkins. I mean, he just really, to me, is not somebody I want to be listening to. Even though he played the game, I don't want to be hearing him talk about it, because his takes, there's a such thing as being too personal when it comes to speaking on matters such as basketball or anything. And he's one of those people where I feel like he takes logic and burns it down in the house and runs over it too. It's already burned down, but he takes the logic out of it, and he is completely going off emotion to where it don't even make sense. And you just be like, how he working? How he get this job? And I can't. You know what I'm saying? So, but I don't have that same feeling with like Shaq, and I mean even Charles Barkley be saying some crazy stuff sometimes, but it works with that dynamic because once again, there's a balance. You know what I'm saying? There's Ernie, there's Kenny, there's Shaq. So it ain't just coming from one person's perspective. I feel like it's not enough of that with certain people that just be having, like Jason Woodlock. If I ever see him in person, he gonna get a mouthful, because he's the worst. Like, I listen to Skip before I listen to him. So. But I agree with you saying, like, I don't feel like every athlete need a podcast, but it's almost like, well, what else I'm going to do?
Yeah.
You know? I'm going to tell you somebody that need to really have a podcast. What's my boy? They always call him the Bus. He was the number 1 overall draft pick, and it didn't go out that well. What's his name? You know, he played with Jordan and Kobe.
I know you're talking about Kwame Brown.
Kwame Brown, he the one that need a podcast. I listen to him talk all day, every day. Dog.
He play in the Big 3 now. So,
he be talking that junk, boy. Him and Shannon had some words because of LeBron.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, but I would listen to him. But yeah, man, Skip. I don't know what his plans are, but it might just be time to hang it up, man, because he has said it multiple times. I got a perfect situation now, and then he leaves, and I don't even think it's been a year since he got the team that he wanted. I don't even think it's been a year, you know. But like I said, I mean, I'm gonna tune in depending on what type of program Skip might do, but that don't mean I'm gonna stay in. It's a big difference.
Yeah,
you tune in, but that don't mean you're gonna stay in, because I don't even watch Stephen A. and Shannon like that no more, because I just be like, y'all ain't talking about nothing.
Yeah,
I'd rather listen to a bootleg brand.
I know that's right.
Just to be real.
I mean, before we tune this show out though, I do respect Stephen A. Smith for going and picking up Shannon Sharp.
Yeah.
Because I think Stephen A., I think he got a pretty good solid team of people as far as like talking on his show, as far as his network. And I actually like the Stephen A. Smith show.
I did.
Yeah. It's kind of like inspiration behind TJ's point of view, and I'm going to get back to that.
I got you.
But, you know, shout out to Stephen A. Smith, man, especially him being from my HBCU, CIAA school with Salem State.
Absolutely.
And, yeah.
Yeah, I always respect what he has become, what he's done for others. But some of his takes, I just be like, we didn't ask you that, Stephen.
I know that's
We didn't ask you that. You know, that's how he talked. We've been hoodwinked, bamboozled, led astray, run amok, crazy, boy.
And he is an official Dallas Cowboys hater, Stephen A. Smith.
I love him for that.
You got Skip, he's a Dallas Cowboys lover, and then you got Stephen A. Smith, is a Dallas Cowboys certified hater.
That man put on that cowboy hat,
get dancing around,
start laughing.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, you think they gonna do something this year, TJ?
I ain't worried about them as far as making the playoffs. It's just when Dallas gets to the playoffs, you know, it's just one of them type of things, man.
Get rid of Dak, man.
Man, actually,
I gotta get rid of Dak.
When you look at stats and comparisons, and we're gonna end this after this, his stats actually match up with Patrick Mahomes. He just had won a Super Bowl. Like I'm serious. If you go, I'm serious, man. You go look at the stats. I was looking at somebody analyzing this, man. Like as far as like top 10 quarterbacks that people consider their top 10 quarterback, it's only one quarterback up there in that top 10 that's won a Super Bowl, and that's Patrick Mahomes. And actually, Dak stats match up with Patrick Mahomes. He just ain't won a Super Bowl.
We talking about regular season?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well,
I'm talking about win percentage. Stats and all that, man. So I can't think of the guy that broke it down, but when he broke it down to it made sense.
That's why I don't care about stats like that, man, because they don't tell the whole story.
Yeah.
Because stats won't tell you Patrick Mahomes got 14 interceptions because 10 of them were drops that led to interceptions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Stats won't tell you a lot of Dak's yardage comes in garbage time when the game is already over.
Mm-hmm.
You know, stats won't tell you that. Win percentage don't always go with the quarterback. It's because your defense actually showed up and stopped the other team from doing what they were supposed to do. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So, but I've actually seen Patrick Mahomes go down the field with 3 seconds left on the clock and send somebody home and go win championships. You know, that's why eye tests beat stats any day of the week, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You know. But y'all gotta get rid of Dak, man.
Yeah, well, anyway, man, this is a Bootleg Brand radio show, and thanks again for tuning in.
Bring back Romo. No, I'm just
hey, I'm for it. I'm for it.
I'm done, man. I'm done.
Yeah. Well, anyway, man, thanks again for tuning in. Y'all
As
know where y'all can
always,
follow us at, man.
Do that. Tune in to WRD Media every Sunday at 9:30 to hear us on the radio. Mm-hmm. Do that, and do it again.
Yeah, like, comment, subscribe, hit them bells, man. And we appreciate you for tuning in. And we'll be back again next week and the week after that and the week after that. And we are out. A Bootleg Brand show.